Hello friends, get ready for legal dictation. Okay, start. Shri KTS Tulsi, Learned Senior Counsel, appearing for respondent number 7, submitted that on similar allegations, this court had directed CBI to initiate criminal proceedings against his client and criminal prosecution has been launched and ended in logical conclusion. Thus, there could be no justification not to initiate the similar proceedings against Shri Ravi Mathur, IAS, respondent number 4. Not initiating the proceedings on the similar or more grave charges would amount to treating the said respondent number 7 with hostile discrimination. The disciplinary proceedings cannot be initiated against him in view of delay and laches, as the statutory rules applicable do not permit such a course at such a belated stage. The criminal prosecution can easily be launched. The matter requires investigation as to whether the said respondent number 4 had committed an offence under the provisions of Prevention of Corruption Act 1988 para. Dr. Rajiv Dhawan, Learned Senior Counsel amicus curiae, would submit that the gravity of allegations made against the said respondent number 4 is of such a high magnitude that it warrants the same treatment as given to Mrs. Neera Yadav, IAS, respondent number 7. Dr. Dhawan has taken us through all the proceedings, including the reports of the Chairman, Board of Revenue, and K.T. Thomas Commission, and submitted that it is a fit case directing the CBI to conduct inquiry against the respondent number 4. However, Dr. Rajiv Dhawan has raised serious objection in respect of intervention of the respondent number 7 and opportunity of hearing accorded to Shri K.T.S. Tulsi, Learned Senior Counsel, on her behalf, that in a case of this nature, the respondent number 7 had no locus standi and right to raise any grievance whatsoever para. Sri Rakesh Dwivedi, Learned Senior Counsel appearing for respondent number 4, has vehemently opposed the initiation of disciplinary proceedings or criminal prosecution on the ground that the authority did not suffer any financial loss. There is nothing on record to show that the said respondent indulged in corruption. Thus, the provisions of the Act 1988 were attracted. The said respondent had acted in good faith. The disciplinary proceedings cannot be initiated being time barred. All the allegations had been made against the said respondent number 4 at the behest of respondent number 7, and the same suffer from malafide and bias. The said respondent had paid the transfer charges only once to the tune of rupees 1.80 lakhs. The second conversion had subsequently been cancelled by the respondent number 7 herself due to pendency of this case, the said respondent could not get the physical possession of any of the plots. The change of user of the land in Sector 32 was made in good faith. More so, such a change was cancelled and the green area was restored by the respondent number 7 herself. The contract given by the respondent number 4 to certain contractors had been at the rate on which they had been working earlier. Thus, the authority did not suffer any loss whatsoever. Stop. अगर आपको डिक्टेशन अच्छा लगा तो चैनल को ज़रूर सब्सक्राइब करें. थैंक यू.